Up, YouTube. Let's. Should we put the? No, I think. Is it? Hold on. Let's. That's a little bit better. So the camera's not as close to my face. I know I look like an overweight, drunken Darth Vader, but you know, this is not Return of the Jedi. Uh, by the way, the movie is overrated. I never really cared for it myself, except for I love Chewbacca. Christina Finch is in the building. Kristen Sneed. Nicole, Banana Beam. Gone with the Kale. Janine 33. Coco. Sparkle Plente. Addicted. Paula Smith. Patience. Mia, who's not Colleen's daughter. Jennifer Miller. Shoot it for now, or maybe you can shoot it for later. Mr. Miyagi. Former military police sergeant. What is going on, my friend? Suzanne Armstrong, Layla Singh. Hey, what up? What up? MHD, AB24. Don't know what that means. Mimi G53, Sparkle Plente. I think I already said your name. Kim Drysdale, Robert Austin, David Lopez, Jacob Clark, Goldie, Tiny Lishow. Thank you very much. I hope I said your name correctly. Kimmy89 from Chi-Town. What's up? What's up? First responder 1985. Good to see you once here again. Chris Lesstein. Dennis Rowling. Edward Hernandez. Your ex, that's very inappropriate for this channel. This is the Christian channel. Jesus loves you still. Dank Kaju. Thomas Kimmel. Hopefully no relation to that other weirdo, not insinuating you're a weirdo, but that one weirdo, Jimmy Kimmel. That guy stinks. Regina Deal, E.A. Bauman, Angel Purcell, what's up, long time no see. Giacomo Vincente, talk about an Italian name. Giacomo Vincenzo, what's going on, how are we doing? I'm assuming that's how you pronounce your name. Diane J. What does G stand for? Don't want to know. Or do we want to know? Janet Mills from Brisbane. What's up? And the rest of you guys. What's going on, guys? How we doing? What up? Pre-drank a little bit, so, yeah. Let it be. I was going to go live earlier, but I was watching old, and this is the kind of stuff that I, watch when I'm, just to waste time, not even waste time. I was watching some old Woodstock 99 concert footage or whatever, the concert stuff. I was watching like DMX and James Brown and stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. Anyways, hopefully, I hope that you guys are doing well. And I'm going to crack my beer. Where is it? What did I do with my beer? I don't know. Oh, it's in my pocket. Okay, so what are we talking about tonight? What is going on? What are we doing? What's the discussion? Anybody want to discuss something? Brave. Well, I don't know where you've been at for a year. You've been incarcerated? Or whatever? I don't know. Not really sure. Jody Huff, right like usual. What's going on? Probably shivering your tuchus off over in the great state of Iowa. Jared is back on AVP. Well, that's what sexual predators do. They act like nothing happened. That's basically what you're supposed to do when you're a creep and you've been put out on blast, and you're supposed to pretend that nothing is happening. And the creepy people that are working with him now, they're a bunch of creeps. And hey, see you in court. Anyways, see you in court. Kalia Simmons, but thank you very much, my dear. I appreciate that. Have I got my travel trailer back? Well, as you can see in back of me, that is a new trailer. That's not my old one. So this trailer, it is. I'm not sure it's going to be my permanent, where I'm like intend to keep it. It is for right now temporary. Still have never really figured out whether I want to buy like just one van, which I think it's just too small. I just have too much stuff. I can't do it. Or I want to buy yet another trailer. So I'll have this for the rest of the year. We'll figure it out. 2024. The trailer has a little bit of a sorry guys about the notifications. The trailer has a little bit of a leak. I have to get somebody to fix it because the guy that I bought it from, I said, "Hey, buddy," I said, "Does it leak?" And he's like, "No, of course not." Of course, I didn't believe him because the trailer's old. You know what I mean? And I said, "Okay, that's fine." And of course, we had a rather bad ice storm that occurred here earlier in the week. So I was stuck in the Metroplex for like 4 days, and it leaked a little bit. It doesn't leak a lot, but it's the vent up on the roof needs to be resealed. I need it because I'm too fat. I'm really fat right now. Like my face is so fat. I was looking at old video that I did about a year and a half ago when I was in Kentucky. And I'm like, wow, I look normal there. It's just pretty sad. But anyways, tired of talking about it. I never do anything about it, but I don't know. Hopefully we're gonna right the ship soon. Anyways, so I need to get somebody to get up there, remove the hatch, get all the old rubber and reseal it, do all the windows too. So we will see soon if we can get that done. Yeah, blah blah blah. Buy a huge Winnebago? No, they're very expensive and gas hogs, and yeah, it doesn't work for me. Enjoyed listening to you call out Kleber and Kyle for being obese. Yeah, listen, I'm fat too, man. So I don't like to fat shame people, but you're not, being a cop. Yeah, I gotta call you out on that one. You're not supposed to be a cop if you're too heavy. I mean, it wasn't like this cop was like 200. It wasn't like this cop was my size being a cop. You know how you see those cops are like maybe 45, 50, and they don't care anymore. They went on a binge or they're like about 250, 275. And you're like, well, this guy really can't run very much. That's kind of where I'm at right now. It's going to take me a very, very long time to get back in shape, but I'll know in 2 weeks if I'm going to do it or not. So we'll start Monday when I wake up. Anyways, this cop, it was beyond me. This cop was very, very heavy, and he should not be a police officer because his weight is counterproductive in terms of him being able to do his job. So anyways, yeah, got to call him out. He's big. Hopefully he loses the weight or something. There'll be an update video on Monday. So, did you see the news about the old lady who was taken to the mortuary in a body bag and was not dead? Yeah, I seen it was up in Iowa. She ended up dying like the next day. So rest in peace. But that's the thing about when you work at a hospice is that dying, people don't know what the process of dying is. Sometimes it could be a very drawn out and very sad, lonely process. And I hope that I don't go through that. I hope it's like quick and just, but people that work in those facilities, they kind of see it happening. So it's weird. The human body is weird because you could be alive, but you're not breathing. Like your breathing rate has slowed to a point where, that's why states have it to where, like an LPN can't deter. Okay, this is why, so the term unresponsive, which I can't stand, has been just been said out of the, around for like the last 3-4 years. Oh, they were found unresponsive. They're basically dead, but that's why we use the term unresponsive, because of things like that. That's why. So I catch myself using the term unresponsive when in fact they're dead. But then sometimes you have things like that where, oh, okay, they're, whatever. So that's basically what happened right there. So, double G's in the building. What is going on? ALG from Oklahoma. What is up? How are we doing? Excuse me. Am I coming to Columbus, Ohio soon? Sometime end of March or beginning of April. Probably more like beginning of April. Yeah, I got to go back to Ohio because I got several videos that I didn't finish when I was over there. So I got, I'm pretty sure I'm going to fly there. But yeah, something like that. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff to get caught up on. That is one thing that I've said on my channel. What I want to start doing is flying. I want to start flying across the world. I just gotta, work up the old, since nobody wants to go with me. Since nobody wants to go with me, I guess I'll go by myself. Not the courage, but I just gotta say F it. So, I am gonna fly out of the country this year. I just don't know where to go. So that'll be my first flight. I need to get fly up to Ohio, Michigan area to finish a couple of videos that I started on that I didn't get a chance to finish. So we'll be up there very, very soon, and I will be in Ohio. I'll probably be gone for like 2 weeks. I'll split my time between, Pittsburgh and Detroit. I got several videos in Detroit that I want to do, but mainly kind of stay in the middle of Ohio, but venture off to eastern Michigan, western PA, and I just got a funny text message, and I'm not going to respond to them, but I'll respond to anybody who's in here just listening. I didn't read the text message because I don't even care, but it was about that black kid. What's his name? The Jeter kid, the one that killed that one dude and probably killed Rachel Del Tondo, the teacher. He was like, yeah, you should do more research before you do a story, blah 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 blah. And I said, listen, and I didn't respond, and I'm not going to. But no, he's a killer. That's it. He probably killed the teacher. I don't have any proof. There's no definitive proof that he killed the teacher, but he killed his friend. He's a psycho. That's it. He had a taste of Mr. Otondo, couldn't get enough of it, and was turned down, and he went psycho. That's it. He's right where he belongs. He's never getting out, hopefully, anyways. From southern Oklahoma. I spent a lot of time there. I could be there right now, but I'm not. I'm in Texas. Dude, are you gonna so this guy, are you gonna like keep, where's my flashlight at? Are you gonna keep like, so this guy, I wonder if he knows. Does he know that his this is what I can't stand when I'm at somebody's like has their lights in my face, but they probably don't know I'm in my van. Yeah, but why is it flashing on me? Anyways, I'm tonight not gonna get mad, or at least trying not to. Anyways, once you're in hospice, excuse me, I've been drinking, guys. Sorry, I might be slurring my words a little bit. I apologize. Once you're in hospice, there's no coming back. Well, that's what hospice is. It's where you're dying. It's end of care, end of life care. So you are definitely correct in that. Why do you think the Idaho killer did it? Allegedly. Why do I think? Coco, I don't know anything about that case. I have no idea. I don't know. Can you get your freaking light out of my eyes? Jeez Louise. I've been meaning to buy a really powerful light and just shine it back right in people's faces. But then I got to make sure that, well, I won't get into that, but yeah. Anyways. I don't know enough about that case to even talk about it. So I never said that. I mean, if I did insinuate or say that the guy was guilty, then I guess, my apologies. I guess I was just going along with groupthink, but I don't know anything about the case. Kohlberger, is that his name? Kohlberger? Something like that. I don't know. I have not followed anything. I don't know anything. 10 times more than I do. But when I do go up there, if I do end up doing the video, I'm going to have to do a little bit. I'm going to have to actually research the case. but that ain't gonna happen anytime soon. I don't even think this year. So, Miss Wilkinson, you're being too kind. But thank you, though. Can you turn? Why is this guy? I just I try not to. I don't want to get. I don't know. I knew you. I knew you at 20,000 subs. You were wondering if you should make another channel. Much love, homie. Well, thank you, Mr. Gutierrez. I only know that. I only know how to properly pronounce that last name because that's my ex-girlfriend's last name. Oh yeah. Cindy Fields with the $5. Bang boom pow. Thank you very much. You're not fat. You've been just looking at headstones, but keep getting tested up. Wait, what? Sorry, that light is freaking blinding me, and I cannot see properly. I wish this person would stop it. Anyways, sorry, I'm half blind right now. You're not fat, which I am, but thank you. Been just looking at headstones, but keep getting tested up every time, sending big hugs. Wait, what? Been just looking at headstones? I mean, you've been looking at headstones, but keep getting tested by what? Don't let anybody test you. Thank you for the $5. Don't let anybody test you when you just been looking at headstones. Just they need to mind their own business. You're just doing what you do. Leave Miss Fields alone. No, I'm fat, guys, but thank you. I appreciate it. If you guys see me in person, it'd be all bad. But hey, I could be 280 right now. But hey, I could be as fat as what's that one guy? What's that one guy from Baltimore? What's the Dan Bell? Dude, I'm probably his size right now. Poor bastard. Oh my god. What's that clown doing nowadays anyways? I have no idea. Probably being lame. Or whatever. I don't know. God, please. Oh, please. There you go. Oh, that's the parking lot sweeper guy. Jeez Louise. Make a move, buddy. Thank you for saving my retinas. I need these puppies to continue doing what I do. I'm still half blind. It'll take a while for... Man, this guy, wow. This guy was like right in my face. Sorry, guys. This eye is like do. Wow. Vacuum, bro. You're killing me with that light. All right, Jeanette Mills, come to Australia. We have some great stories for you. Will that be the country I go to? I don't know. I got to go somewhere. I have a passport, haven't used it once, and I need to renew it next year. So I got to use it this year, kids. Got to use it this year. From Guyana. Eli, what up? Kind of busy. Kind of, sort of, maybe. We'll see what happens. Tiny Leshao. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you. Joan Boyce. Did you really have to do that? No, I can't say anything. It's his job. This is what happens when you're homeless. Amsterdam? Can't you guys smoke weed there? Isn't that funny when guys are like, yeah, Amsterdam weed is legal, and now it's like, legal in a couple states in the country, and like nobody thinks about Amsterdam anymore because it's legal. But what are you gonna do? I have no idea. Whatever. Ron Anderson. Oh no, not much. Just hanging out with the with this parking lot sweeper guy. Cute tattooed girl. What are we doing? Somebody does agree that I am 280. Yeah, I probably am. Nicholas. Oh, what's up, bro? Yeah, calm down. I'll get to. Yeah, dude, we definitely gotta. Yeah, we will be linking up when I get out your way. But it ain't gonna be out. I'm not gonna be your way until probably. I'm guessing it's gonna be May or June. Because I might have to make. I tell you what. Whatever I gotta end up doing in the Midwest, when I get to the West Coast, I'm not leaving the West Coast for the rest of the year. So I will be staying there unless I fly, because the CrimeCon 2023 is happening in Florida in September. There's no way that I want to drive out there, but I will fly. So that'll be my flight for the other part of the year. I will fly out to Florida to go to there. Maybe I can meet somebody. Maybe I can meet a famous YouTuber in CrimeCon, Florida. Who's going to be in Florida for CrimeCon? Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see what happens. I have no idea. CrimeCon. Skunk Ape Mysteries. Come to Argentina. We have cocaine and drug cartels. You live in Argentina, bro? Well, dude, send me an email. If you're like, hey, right, you come to stay in Argentina, bro, I would. Dude, if somebody hit me up and said, hey, man, I got like a little house. It ain't much. I live in like Nicaragua or whatever. I would, bro. If they were serious and they weren't gonna like, kill me and take my my liver or my kidneys, or as they pronounce it over there, my liver, then I would totally go down there. But nobody. I mean, people have hit me up like for like, hey, come out to here, come out. But no one has ever been like solidified, like, hey, bro, like I know my accommodations are sparse, which I don't care. I live in a trailer, for God's sake. I will sleep in a tent. If you live in Ecuador and you're like, hey man, I got a tent, I don't care. As long as there's a place for me to shower once every 3 days. Hey, I'm there. Let me know. I mean, yeah, I can go ahead and thank you very much. I know that I can, go and get a hotel or what have you, but I value people, showing me, around and, what are offering me accommodations or what have you. So hit me up. I want to go somewhere. Maybe I'll go to El Salvador. I have no idea. Whenever I decide, I do want to try, and this is just in theory. Excuse me, I got a burp. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Excuse me. I know it's rude. I'm crude. I apologize. But yeah, very good. Big City from New Zealand. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Michelle, long time no see, from Canadian with the $6.99. What's going on in Canada, Michelle? What are we doing in Canada? What is there any news in Canada? Not really, huh? Not much going on in Canada. There is one story in Canada I want to do. That is it. Just one. I only want to do one. That's it. Just one. That is it. Every other story there, it's like whatever. I don't really, I mean, I don't want to say I don't care. I care about everything. It's your level of interest with whatever it is that you want to do. I'm interested in one story. The rest of the stories, if I never get to it, oh well. I'd like to go visit the pig farm where that weirdo was killing the prostitutes over on the western side of Canada. Other than that, I know this weird story about a blonde Canadian woman and her husband. They kill somebody. That's really it. When it comes to other like Canadian like murders. Oh, Dino Bravo. Dino Bravo was a WWF wrestler. I'd like to visit his grave. Dino Bravo. I think he was like French Canadian or something like that. So yeah. Ruby Marie. Hello, Lamont and Kale. Ruby Marie, you've changed your thing. You look different. But thank you for the $1.99. I appreciate it. What's up? Led with love with the $10 super. Said to buy some cheapo sunglasses. Yeah, listen, my van is such a mess right now. I can't even fathom, because it's been like ever since I got this trailer back. Long story with that whole thing. I took it to somebody because they were supposed to fix the leak, but they decided to drink themselves into oblivion instead, I'm assuming. So I haven't had this. I've only had this trailer with me for like less than a week, maybe 5 days, and I nothing is organized. Everything is just in shambles. Everything is chaos. Like my life is totally chaos right now. Like nothing is going smooth. Like I have had a terrible start for the last 3 weeks of December. And the first 5 weeks of 2023 have been no bueno, but you know, I ain't complaining because I'm still alive. You know, thank God, nothing bad happened. You know what I mean? So I always look at things that, you know, I always look at the brighter side of things when I'm in a difficult mess. But yeah, no bueno. So yeah, I've been burnt out. I've been burnt out on YouTube. I haven't like the last like 2 months on YouTube, 3 months, I've been bleh. I just haven't I haven't been like myself. I feel like I've been uploading like subpar stuff, which whatever. You know, I got to find my groove again. I feel like since August of 2022, I just been like, you know what I mean? Just, I don't know. Like you know, maybe I, you know, need a break. Maybe I need to just like kind of leave out the country. I feel like I need to like leave and go somewhere for a week or two and just chill out and come back. But, you know, whatever. So, I'm never forced to do anything I don't want to do. So, yeah. Jaime Cervantes. I'm in Texas right now. South part of Texas, kind of, sort of. Maybe north, maybe south. I don't know. Maybe it's a secret. I don't know. Donate a kidney to EDP. That guy needs to, well, I'm not going to say it on this channel, but he needs to, I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. Nicholas with the $10 super chat. Can you please do a Tacos del El Pastor review? You in Texas, there's some good ones there. Okay. Kale, can you please remind me for Nicholas, $10 for a Tacos del El Pastor review. All right, I am on a diet starting Monday, so I'll squeeze that out, no pun intended, tomorrow. Kale, please remind me. Kale, please go to your appointment calendar. Please put Nicholas, $10, Tacos del El Pastor. We'll kick that out. That will be up tomorrow. Thank you very much for the $10. It's tacos, kid. It's taco time. But yeah, we're not gonna you know, I can't be doing too much, right? So yeah, I need to lose 60 pounds, 60 to be normal, 60 bad, all kinds of bad, 60 pounds, all kinds of bad. Am I gonna do it? Yes. How long is it gonna take me? I have no idea. But for the next 4 months, the only states that you will see me in, other than if I fly out to Ohio, Mississippi, I might go to Florida. I don't know. I might go to Florida. And when I say Florida, I mean like I'll only touch Pensacola, and I highly doubt I'll go there. But I am going to Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, Texas. I am not going anywhere west of, I don't think I'm going to go anywhere west of, I don't think I'm going to go into New Mexico before I start going out west. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up far north, not far north, but a little bit up north, you know, like maybe Nebraska, South Dakota, and then maybe venture west and then go. Yeah, I don't know yet. We will see. I have no idea. I guess we'll just have to see. Alejandro Sanchez with the $5 super chat. Do some hotel reviews. Well, I will be getting a hotel within the next week because I have to record a couple of voiceovers, and I have an interview to do. I just gotta, you know, adults have oftentimes difficulties matching schedules. I got a couple interviews. I just talked to a guy. I will say this, not to get too long-winded into this subject really quickly, but I talked to this guy today from prison, you know, and me trying to get into like the prison thing, it's very time-consuming. But I had a guy, I talked to him today, and he's in Arkansas, and he's like, yeah, I'm innocent. Yeah, you know, I've talked to about 4, 5, 6 guys, and, you know, they always claim that they're innocent, right? this guy has a very compelling case about being innocent. So I told him, I said, I'd like to do the interview with you. We'll see what happens. So I said, hey, let me know when you're ready. Send me a message, and we'll get it done. And it was good talking to him. And I don't know. It's a weird case. Excuse me, I take that back. It's not a weird case. It's just weird that I got to look it up. I don't want to say any more about it. I got to look it up to make sure that what he's saying is true, factual, up to date. And I look forward to speaking to him. And I look forward to, for the prison interview stuff. I think I'm going to have it. I'm trying to because some people that are in prison, I would like to talk to and upload their videos, but it doesn't go along the lines with Lamont at Large. So I'm thinking about maybe for Lamont on the Run, just putting like regular interviews, like blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Oh, top ramen here is 50 cents. I seen this guy get beat up or whatever, and then the location stuff, or when they tell their story, I go to the location of where the crime occurred. I'd rather keep those on Lamont at Large, where I'm like, okay, so it's I've only done 3 videos, so I'm trying to fine tune it, or whatever, and of course, I got a couple, I got several different, listen, let me say this I need to say this before I continue. When I say on my channel for Lamont at Large, when I say I'm doing a series, I never want to come across as an egotistical douchebag. I know some of you guys don't like some things that I say, and you guys think that I'm full of it or whatever, and that's fine. I never ever want to come across as a narcissistic douchebag. I don't want to do it. I know some of you guys out there oh, well, you are. Well, okay, that's fine. You can think whatever you want to think. But I never want to come across as somebody that thinks they're better than they really are, because there's plenty of those on YouTube. There's people on YouTube that they think that they're Steven Spielberg. I'm not going to mention names. They know who they are. They might be watching. They really think that they're, these guys think that they're top notch, and they're not. But let them think what they want to think if it helps their self-esteem. And I don't ever want to do that, and I never want to come across as oh, well, I'm making this film. No, I'm using my Samsung Galaxy S10. That's what I'm using. It's not a film. Nobody works for me. I'm not renting sound stages. This isn't a real production. It could be a mini production, but it's not a real production. Anyways, when I say a series, I mean it's a series of videos, right? Like Faces in Death is a series, Forgotten in Death is a series, Hip Hop Murders is a series. That's what I mean. And a series that I want to start doing more is Ghetto Gas Stations. I want to try to make them longer, but I've always been interested in gas stations that are super ghetto. And, I travel, everywhere, and I see gas stations where I'm like, don't go to that one, keep going. I was in Fort Worth. I don't know where I was, not very far from downtown, and I seen one of those gas stations, and I said, and I forgot where I was, so I'm going to have to go back there later and see if there's any stories out of there. And that's when I came up with Ghetto Gas Station. I said, that'd be kind of a funny, not funny because, there's people that have been murdered, but it's just an unusual series of videos. And I've already had a guy do the intro. So you guys have Hip Hop Murders, like the rap intro. So I had a buddy of mine do the Ghetto Gas Stations. Man, he did as good as a job as Hip Hop Murders, if not better. So I'm really excited to do those videos just to play the music, because I love the music. And then of course, the Dark Side of, I did the McAllister. So I'll be doing those on a semi-regular basis. Another one that I'm going to start doing, Small Town Murders. Just talking about murders in very small towns, like places that you would have never thought that a murder could occur. I don't know what it's going to be, the barometer, if you will, on what's determined as what a small town is. A population, such. I have to still figure that out. Yeah, want to do small town murders. Um, want to start getting back into the cemetery stuff. I know I've kind of neglected it. Um, I don't know why. Sometimes doing a cemetery could be it could be a little bit annoying because sometimes it, my problem is if I start like looking up stories, then I'll be for 4 or 5 hours I'll just be like and then I'll lose myself. So I always want to be kind of quick and detailed as possible. Like I'm not one of those guys that I need to be so detailed. Like I'm, like some of the true crime women, like they get so detailed. Like they'll even tell you like the color of the buckles of his belts. Like no, I don't. I'm not into that. I don't want to bore people with unnecessary information. Like I don't care what color the soles of his shoes were. I don't care. Like this is the story. This is where it happens. The end. That's it. People, YouTube is just a microcosm of different channels, people, the way they do things, and everybody has their nook and cranny and corner where they like to rest and sit up. Some people do it this way, some people do it better that way, and we all have our go-tos for certain moods that we might possibly be in. So yeah, I don't know, just for 2023 you want to partly take my channel back to basics where I do some of that. But the hotel reviews, man, I should have reviewed that hotel that I got in Dallas during that super cold the Christmas. Man, that place was terrible. It was the Westin. That was terrible. That was terrible. They charge you like $25 a day to park. Like, what the heck? Brave with the $40 super chat. Brave or brave, as fancy as you want to make it. Thank you very much. I appreciate the love and support. Brave. And listen, hey, you could be fluffy. No, you can't be fluffy, bro. We gotta lose weight. Gotta lose weight, kids. We don't want to be. We're middle aged. We don't want to carry this weight into our 50s. It's a death sentence. Thank you for the forte cuatro or the cuarente. Is that how you say it in Spanish? Is it treinta, cuarenta, cincuenta, or something? Thank you very much, brave. Appreciate you. Negan. Hope all is well as far as it can go. As far as I can go. Waiting for this vacuum guy to just, I don't know. You gotta work. I know, brother. I know we all have to work. I used to do what you did, except I used to do it with dishes. If you're ever back in Erie, I live an hour away. I can invite you to an Italian meal with all the works, a place to sleep, hang out, and chill out. Always welcome in Pleasant, PA, from Carol Cruz. All right. Can I take my shoes off while I eat? See, that's when I know that I'm at home is when when somebody invites me to their home, and when I'm for dinner, and they're like, man, why don't you go ahead and just take off your shoes? And I'm like, whoa, what now? What did you just say? What? Yeah, we'll all do it. Don't worry, I got the air wick. We'll just spray it on the floor and we'll eat quickly before our food starts tasting like potpourri and aerosol. But thank you for the offer. I appreciate it. You never know. Hit me up. Email. I mean, you never know where I'm at. I always tell people before you should always follow me on Instagram. That'll tell you where I'm at. But I haven't been posting on Instagram that much. I need to get back on that. I need to start posting on Instagram again. So, yeah. Come to Indio, the desert. It's a desert. Indio's okay. I like Indio because it's like when you're leaving California, you're like, thank God you're out of there, right? So Indio, you're like, see you later. And then Indio, when you get to California, you're like, I'm always excited to come to California only to see my family, my friends, or the few friends I have that still live there. Other than that, I always like every time I get to California, I'm like, get me out of here. And I wish I would stop doing that because there is a so much content in California, in particular Southern California, that I would love to do. I would love to talk about. And it's always, and that's with any big city, any big city is it's just too much. I don't like a lot of people around me. I don't like traffic, and I just get agitated, annoyed, per usual. And I don't know, blah blah blah. Led with love with a $10 for something new. Go to Thailand. You will eat well, be treated amazing. Do research, and you will travel for a very good price. Led with love with the $10 super chat. I wonder what $10 can buy in Thailand. Don't answer that. I was supposed to go to Thailand like 10 years ago. Yeah, Thailand, I mean, Vietnam, Cambodia. Yeah. I was supposed to go to Cambodia. What happened to that trip? People get weird. People get weird. And then you can't go to Cambodia anymore. I'd love to go to Cambodia. I mean, yeah, I can go by myself. Do I really want to go by myself? That's boring. I'd rather go with somebody, but I don't know anybody that can travel like me. And let me tell you something. Again, I've repeated myself over and over with this before. I have told my friends, I said, bro, don't worry about the ticket. I got you. I got everything. Just like, let's go. They don't got a passport. I've been telling my buddy Jay Satch Money. I said, man, let's go, bro. But I said, let's go anywhere. I said, get your freaking passport. Doesn't want to do it. Or can't do it, won't do it. I don't know. There is an amazing cemetery in White Oaks, New Mexico. Is that eastern New Mexico or western New Mexico? Mystical Hair. Mystical Hair, in the town that you live, a bit of news transpired there that I thought was interesting, but I already forgot about it. I don't know if I wrote it down or I added it into a folder or what. Not really sure. Williamsport, PA. We have an old unsolved. What is it? Calorie deficit, easiest way. I'm down 3 pounds in 4 weeks. That's what I do. Yeah, I do that. Count my calories. I don't go insane, but whatever. Sandy Yoder with a $10 super chat. Well, thank you very much. Yodeling. What's going on? And Brenda Connor. Are you related to the Connors, the TV show where they threw off what's her face because she said something mean? I'm not gonna get into that because it's a whole stupid story. But I thought the story was funny. What happened? Yeah. Blah blah blah. Miss Cruz, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. I hope I am safe too, especially since it's me we're talking about. James at Large. It's not an original name, but we'll let it. Okay. It's not like I'm trademarked it. Can you come to Hickory, North Carolina? Lots of history stories here, and would love to meet you. Love your videos, man. Thank you very much, James at Large. Hickory, North Carolina. I will be in North Carolina. I don't know when. My cousin lives in North Carolina. My cousin, I'm not gonna, say exactly where, but you guys can figure it out. You know who her neighbor is? The Baby, the rapper. That's her neighbor. Wait, what the heck? Like, not like next door neighbor, but like you can like, you can shoot a gun at his house if you wanted to from her place, from her backyard. So, I wanted to check this out. I'm gonna probably do a video on my, because I've always find it funny how I'm still like trying to like, not struggling or whatever, but I'm always trying to think like what to do with this channel. Like, what do I talk about? I guess it's kind of turning into whatever I want to talk about. And it's not a current event channel. So the stuff that I talk about is, I try to stay away from the news that it's like that it can change really quickly. Like the rapper video, or excuse me, the dead rappers that I spoke about. Did I upload that video today? I think I did, yes. And I try to stay away from those kinds of stories because I don't want to turn the channel into a news channel. Because then you start chasing views and you're like, what could I talk about that just happened? Like, I don't want to do that. Like, I want it to, if it's going to be anything, I'd rather it be more opinion than what have you. But I already just lost my train of thought. What the heck was I talking about? Oh, yeah. The new stuff. Wait, I already lost my train of thought again. I think I got to go back to, oh, yeah. So this happened last year. And excuse me, not last year. What the heck? Last month. And I didn't even know about this, but I want to talk about it. Man, so the quarterback for Michigan, not Michigan State, but Michigan, what's his name? JJ something? Man, this is a creepy, weird story. I wish I would have seen this when it happened. So Michigan was playing, I think it's Michigan. They were playing TCU in the college football playoffs. And I guess Michigan scored a touchdown. Get this, guys. I just seen this today. And I'm definitely going to talk about it. So Michigan, I think it's Michigan. I don't think it's like any Michigan weird. I think it's Michigan. So they scored a touchdown against TCU. And right, so they go to the stands and the quarterback, I forgot his name, Jay, whatever. His dad is in the stands. I wish, like, you can't make this up. This is true. I watched the video. His dad is in the stands and his girlfriend, not the dad's girlfriend, the quarterback's girlfriend. So we got the dad, we got the quarterback, we got the quarterback's dad, the quarterback's girlfriend. They're like jumping up and down and celebrating. And I'm not going to cuss on this channel, but I would love to right now. This pervert, the quarterback's dad, takes his hand and just strokes up the girlfriend's butt in front of everybody. And mind you, this was not an accident. He wasn't like, woohoo! No, this guy looked down at her backside. She's an attractive girl, so that's just no excuse. And just cops straight goes like this. Cops a feel. I watched that video over and over like 10 times. I was like, you know, I can't even get out what I want to say because number one, I feel bad for the girlfriend because that is super embarrassing, and she was assaulted. Take the embarrassing part back. She was assaulted, even though, assault, that wasn't assault. I feel bad for her because she was assaulted and that's embarrassing. And I feel bad for that kid. Dude, like, I don't think the story has been as big as it should be, because if it was, I would have heard about it when it happened last month. But can you imagine what his son has, like, he's like, dude, and mind you, guys, go look at it right now. Go look at Michigan quarterback dad feels up on quarterback girlfriend, whatever. Go look at right now. Go look at it. Go look. His eyes divert down to her butt. And I'm like, dude, that father and son relationship is trash. If I don't know if this quarterback, I don't know if he's like an NFL recruit or if he's just gonna, like, be a backup quarterback. Even if he is, he'll still be taken care of. Dude, you just off. Like, you don't know what you did. Like, when you do stuff like that, because a lot of you guys, and I'm not a big football fan, so, whatever. But when the NFL, when a team is interested in a draft prospect, do you think they just say, like, oh yeah, let's see how fast you can run? Oh, of course they do that. How high can you jump? Okay. No, they do a full-on background check of everything, all your friends, all your family, because they don't want to draft an Aaron Hernandez. They don't want a bad locker room personality weirdo, right? Does that, so that pervert dad, right? That he should join the Jared Likes team. His dad should like totally like, hey, I did something really stupid on national TV. Do you guys have a job for me? Yeah, come on aboard. Yeah, you're in safe hands over here. Yeah, we're all perverts right here. Not only did that man assault his son's girlfriend, dude, you kind of messed up your son's chances of going to the NFL a little bit because they're gonna look at that now. You ruined like whatever relationship you guys had. Like, dude, can you imagine like if you had a girlfriend, your dad like copped the feel? Dude, I would beat the living out of him. If I were that dude, I would be like, yo, dad, we got to go to the back of the house right now. That's it. There's no like, I'm not speaking to you, dad. No, I'm kicking your ass. That's it. If he didn't kick his dad's ass, I don't respect that. You gotta beat him up. You gotta beat up dad. I'm dead serious. I'm not even joking. You gotta beat him up. That's fighting. There is no talking. That's fighting. There, I am not pro violence at all. Very rarely, there's very rare occurrences where I'm pro violence. If you defend yourself, yeah, that we gotta fight. We gotta fight. That's it. Like you like fighting in that situation is better than not fighting and not speaking, right? Because at least if you fight, you get all like the anger and aggression out. That's not going to cure or rectify the situation. But man, dude, that dude is a piece of filth. And I dare anybody to tell me like, oh, bro, that was an honest mistake. No, it wasn't, dude. He's a creep. He's a creep. So basically, what I said right now, I'll say in the video. So when you see the video, you're not going to watch it. I'll probably just be at some stupid gas station, too. So, I don't know. Debbie Nielsen. Not Nelson, but Nielsen. You're humble and seem to be a nice guy. Seem. Yeah, I like that you put that word, seem. Like, you seem. Thank you very much. You have a huge following. Not huge. Decent following. Thank you very much, Miss Nielsen. I like how she put seems. You seem like a nice guy. Well, I seem like a lot of things. But thank you very much. Appreciate the love and support, Miss Nielsen. Yeah, gotta beat dad up. Gotta beat dad. Dad has to get beaten up. That is it. I don't know if he could beat up his dad. I'm sure he could. He's in better shape. Gotta beat up your dad, bro. Don't let that slide. Do not let anybody convince you that was an accident. Don't do that. No, you gotta be like, yo, dad. That's it. We gotta go. We gotta do this. If you love that woman, and if that's like a little FWB, friends with benefits, I would still have a, but if you're gonna marry that girl, if she's gonna have your children, beat that up. Beat his. You gotta do it. You gotta do it, bro. Gotta do it. If you don't do it, you ain't gonna get no respect. Everyone at that school, everyone on that team, seen that video. Everyone that has, that is not, mentally challenged, knows what that. And dude, how do you do that? And I watched the video 10 times. Like, it's not like he's like woohoo, and it's his hand like stroked her butt, and he's like, oh my, no, he looked dead and just went creep. Yeah, I'll have to. I think I'll have to wait. I'll have to wait until I do the video, because now I just already talked about it. So whatever. So we'll see what's going on. But guys, go watch that video. It's really bad. What's the combo today? We're talking about that creepy dad from the Michigan State guy who felt up his girlfriend, as the quarterback son's girlfriend. ALG with the $2 super chat. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you kindly. Noel Hiron Ramos is in the building. What is going on, my dear? That's 3 names. You've just reached the 3-name limit in this channel. So yeah. Steel City Costumes with the $1 super chat. Steel City. I don't know where that's at. Is that Pittsburgh? If you need a costume, go to Steel City Costumes or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, I'll talk about that very, very soon. Thank you for the $1 super chat, Steel City Costumes. Not sure what kind of costumes you guys have, but yeah. Somebody asked me what are my favorite bands. Man, it's always tough. It's always tough to name your top 5 or top 10. I'll say top 5. Secret Machines, Black Rebel Motorcycle Club. Always got to have those 2 right off the bat. I got to get 3 more. Stone Temple Pilots. Okay, 2 more bands. Oh crap. God, top 5, because that's when all the other bands that you love come in. You're like, oh yeah, this band, that band, this band. I don't know if they're in my top 5, but I will say Garbage. I love Garbage. I still need 2 more bands. I don't know. That's when all the other bands just come in that you like. I don't know, like Tonic, 9 Inch Nails, Von Bondies, ICP. You know, I used to say I loved Rage Against the Machine until I found out what a bunch of phony weirdos those guys are. Great music, but I'm like, dude, Rage Against the Machine is always such a weird subject for me, because I loved Rage Against the Machine when I was a kid. And then here's the problem. Like when you're young, right? Gotta take a quick swig, wet my whistle. When you're a kid and you're like, yeah, F the system, yeah, Rage Against the Machine. And then you grow older and you're like, you know, the guys that I still see like repping you guys and saying like you guys are doing great, these guys are kind of losers and they're being like dregs on society. Like, you know, you got to kind of think like, okay, I'm 35 now and I have 2 kids and I just bought a house next to this like drunken, you know, drug addict slob, and like he's like playing your music, and that's when you're like, yeah, you guys are kind of phony, really. I mean, great music, great musicians. The message, not great. The message was cool when you were 17. Yeah, Rage Against the Machine, when I was 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, oh yeah. And then you start turning 25, 26, and then you start voting, and then, you know, you're voting and you're like, yeah, vote, vote, vote. And then one day, like, there's this new rule, like a new law, and then it affects you, like it affected me. And that's when you're like, wait a minute, why do I have to do this? Well, because people voted for it, so now it's a law, so now you have to do it. Like, wait, but this is pretty inconvenient. Like, I don't want to do this. Well, you voted for it. It's to benefit the environment. No, it's not. This is phony. This is a bunch of crap. This is just a money grab. There you go. Rage Against the Machine. Now you pay more taxes. And then Zach De La Rocha gets to live in his 9, 12, $14 million mansion in Malibu. And hey, Rage Against the Machine, yeah. F capitalism. Yeah, but capitalism is the tool or the device that made it to where you were capable of buying that gaudy mansion. Rage Against the Machine is a bunch of outright and complete phonies. They're a great band, but they suck. I don't know what to do about them. I've probably listened to about 100 minutes of Rage Against the Machine music in the last 10 years. I just don't listen to them anymore because they're just phonies. They're phonies. That's it. But still, it was great music when I was a kid. But other than that, screw them. Noel Hiron Ramos with a $10 super chat. Thank you, my dear. Looking cute as a bug's ear, so to speak, in the very snowy state of location unknown. Jenny H is in the building. What's going on? There you are. What's up? Blah blah blah. I like Deftones. Shout out to them. Deftones is great. So yeah. Blah blah blah. Yeah. Anyways. Thanks for sharing the death of the pregnant woman in Staten Island. I was raised in the Bronx. Okay. Yeah, that was a bad story. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, that was terrible. I'm gonna guess she wasn't wearing a seatbelt. I don't know. When you get thrown from a car, you're usually not wearing a seatbelt, and this guy was driving like a jerk. Yeah, and then it's like, oh yeah, is my fiance okay? Like, dude, you just killed both her and the unborn baby, you piece of filth. Right there. Okay, so you guys are starting to see the video. Oh yeah, he's dead, dude. It's like you gotta beat your dad up. You gotta beat your dad up. Dude. Listen. I hope he beats his dad up. You gotta beat him up. If you don't throw hands, me personally, I don't know this kid. If you don't beat him up, I don't respect you as a man. So I'm going to be like looking that story up. I want to see, I don't want to see him get arrested, but I want to see he got beat up, but he didn't get arrested. That's what I want to see, because he's a creep. So I don't know. Maybe next time, Double G. Oh yeah, Alice in Chains. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Alice in Chains. Gotta love Alice in Chains. Not the new Alice in Chains, but yeah, not that one. Not old Alice in Chains. You won't be able to replace Lane Staley. You can't replace him no matter what you do. It's great music. Pantera, never got into Pantera. Nope. Slayer, nope. Never got into Slayer. Don't know. Bee Gees, yeah. Bee Gees, Slayer, don't really care for their music. I think they're overrated. I think their music is a little bit rough for me. Bee Gees, love the Bee Gees. Bee Gees are way better than Slayer and Pantera. Rest in peace to Dimebag and Vince, or Vinny. Journey, sure. Wu-Tang Clan, they're kind of a rapper band. White Snake, no. Metallica, nah. No way, Jose. Skid Row. Isn't Sebastian Bach the singer from Skid Row? He's a great singer, but Skid Row, not into their music. Whatever. So, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Cervantes. I'm going to try. I am going to try. Fallout Boy, no way, Jose. Cool, I caught up to the comments. There's a video that I'm going to be making this week. I'll give you guys this is Oh, thank you with the $1 for ALG. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Good looking out. These are the videos that I make that I lose subscribers. And these are the videos that if you're a YouTuber, don't ever tell people what you really think, because then you're just gonna lose subscribers. It's just not worth it. Just, if you're a YouTuber, if you want to be like one of those YouTubers that you get like 1 million subscribers, shut your mouth. Don't say anything. If you have an opinion, just shut up, because nobody wants to hear it. Then you'll get 1 million subscribers like that. If you don't care, then go ahead and do whatever it is that you want to do. So this is one of those opinions that I'm going to lose subscribers, and people are going to say like, man, I thought you were cool, man. You're just nothing but a racist. That's what they usually say, or they insinuate that I'm a racist, which is and then I'll just tell them, yeah, I am a racist. I never said I wasn't. That's what I am. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a video. I don't know. If I do, it'll be on this channel, but about the Tyree Nichols thing. Man, so everything has died down now. Nobody cares anymore. Everyone's already talked about it. See how the story's already dead? It's like no pun intended. I'm not trying to be funny. It's a dead story. Nobody cares anymore. That's what happens. You know what I mean? That's what happens. The police officers were the wrong color. They were supposed to be this color. They weren't supposed to be the other color. Right? It happens. And there's some conspiracy theories out there that Tyree Nichols was dating the former girlfriend of one of the police officers. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. Whatever. I do have an opinion about the Vice President Kamala Harris going. Listen, and I don't want to talk about politics, but I need to talk about this really quickly. I don't want to get into politics, guys, but I need to speak about this. I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat. Like, why is it? I'm just going to say this. When those officers are going to trial, right? And just, guys, keep this in mind. Regardless of the fact, if you think that the officers murdered him or whatever, their beating was the result, resulted in his death. So just let me tell you guys that. Yes, he did, resist arrest. Choose your own adventure. But when they go to trial, those officers got a pretty good defense. How are we going to get a fair trial when the Vice President of the United States is going to the freaking funeral? Did anybody that works in the White House like tell her this? Like, it really is. It's really horrible optics. Yeah, listen, you're a vice president, but you're not a robot. You're a human being. You are entitled to your opinions and your beliefs, but you got to understand you're on a different pedestal than other people. You go to the funeral of a highly charged police beating / killing or murder, whatever you want to call it. And in today's society, where police are really looked down upon, and in some cases rightfully so. Hey, it's a difficult job. Yeah, you know what you're getting yourself into. If you don't want to do the job, don't do the job. I mean, police are getting, they're just like whatever. To me, I would never be a cop. But if you're a vice president, is it really in the best interest of the country to go to that guy's funeral? Like, you can give a condolence card, right? I mean, was that necessary? I don't know. I thought I was perplexed on why she did that. I'm just like, didn't anybody tell her like, skip this one, skip it? But I tell you why she went to the funeral. She probably didn't feel it was really it wasn't a racially charged case. That's why she was able to do that. That's why she went under the radar. She went to the funeral, and then you had all your race pimps, going over there, talking about a man that nobody knew. Nobody knew him except for his mom and stepdad. I'd like to see his dad, and what he has to say about everything. But I haven't heard anything about where the dad is. The stepdad is there, but I haven't been following this case, so I don't know. But hey, again, again, I said it before and I'll say it again. And I'll get 25 people to unsubscribe. But when you're an adult and you reach the age of 29, 30, you really every day when you wake up and you go to work or whatever it is that you want to do, you really choose your own adventure. You really choose your own adventure. Do you guys remember those books? And I used to love these books. I probably would still read them if I knew where they were. You remember those books, Choose Your Own Adventure? When you would start reading it, like you're walking into a cornfield and you see a bar. It's gold in color and it has 2 red rubies and they appear to blink at you. What do? If you pick it up, turn to page 14. If you decide to ignore it and keep walking, turn to page 32. And then the whole story would be like, it'd be like, okay, there's a fork in the road. What do? Do you choose this or do you choose A? You turn the page and you're dead. So literally, when you're an adult, it's choose your own adventure every day. Literally. Like, for instance, don't you guys ever trip out? And I do this all the time. This is what kind of brain I have. So I'll give you an example. Today, I went to McDonald's, had some coffee and some other things I shouldn't have eaten. And I see a cop, and it's a woman. And her car, and it's funny because cops, it's so funny how I observe human behavior. And I could be totally wrong. This is just what I think. I love observing cops and how they do the most mundane things like park. Like when they park in an area. Some cops, they park in a space, like in a parking space, like I'm parked in right now. And some cops, they'll just park in the front of the store. Because they're cops that can kind of do that. So I just love observing how this stuff so this lady, so instead of the cop parking like how I'm parked, like how you go to a store and you park in a space, she parked like crossways. So she took up like 3 parking spaces. Now there is plenty of parking spaces around her, so it's no big deal. But I'm just like, it's funny how like as a woman, it's like I'm a cop, but I'm a woman, so I'm going to assert my authority and park like this. That's basically what she was doing. I know you guys probably are thinking that I'm like delving too far into the weeds with this. I observed human behavior for many, many years. That's what she was doing. Anyways, so she was parking like that, and she was talking to this guy. I don't know if he called her or whatever, and she was dispatched to the call, whatever. And what I was thinking to myself? I said, choose your own adventure. If I wanted to, I could go outside, walk around her, stop at about 10 feet as I'm behind her, and just run for all I can, tackle her, put her in a headlock, grab her gun, take it out of the thing, and blow her brains out. We could all do that. Now, am I going to do that? Of course not. That's crazy. But anytime you see a police officer, when you're in public, and you're just looking at them, and they got a gun right there, and they're just talking to somebody else, you guys don't think about that? You're like, I could just take this guy's gun and beat I can, like, if you have like a pipe, like I can just bash this cop's brains in, take his gun, and start shooting everybody around me. It's crazy, right? But most of us don't do that. We don't do crazy things. Some of us might think about stupid things like that, but we don't do them because we're normal adults. But it really is choose your own adventure. You could do that. You could, I know some people in the chat right now, you might live in a country where there's no guns. So, like, I know a lot of you guys are like, man, you guys, Americans are crazy because you guys got a lot of guns. Trust me, we're used to it. We can go buy a gun and go into a bank, or actually, you don't even need a gun. This is how silly bank robbery is in this country. You can go into a bank tomorrow. If anybody watching right now, I don't care if you're 10 or 89, you can go to a bank right now, slip the teller a note saying, I got a bomb in my bag. You put all of the cash from your drawer in it right now, or we're all going. You don't need a gun. You don't need a weapon. You don't need anything. Just a note. You get $5,000, maybe 10 if her drawer is a little full. You walk out. Maybe you might get away. You probably will get away. If you do that, if you rob a bank with that way one time and you wear a decent disguise and you go to a bank in an area where you don't live near and you just get on the freeway and drive away, as long as nobody sees your car, you got a car at a good little hidden spot, you run for your life for 1.5 minutes, get in the car, go, 90% you'll get away. We can do that every day. That's your choice. Are we all going to go out and rob a bank tomorrow? Hopefully not. But it's choose your own adventure. So what I'm saying is, with this drawn out analogy, is that when you get pulled over by the police for whatever it is that you're doing, you have a choice of what to do. And some of you guys in here right now are saying like, oh, that didn't give the police the right to do. Yeah, you're right. That did not give the police the right to punch that man in the face as he was handcuffed. I mean, as much as he pissed you off, to kick a man down, I don't respect that. That kick alone, whoever kicked him on the ground, yeah, you're doing 20 years. You don't ever kick a man on the ground. Punching him in his face as he was handcuffed, I disagree with it. But that doesn't make me feel as strongly as kicking a man in his face when he's down on the ground. That is low. That's sucker shit. Don't do that. I don't know who the one was that kicked him. I want 20 years. I want 20 years. I don't care about the other cops. I didn't see if they punched. I don't care. That cop that kicked him, yeah, you get 20. I want 20 years from that cop. Whoever kicked him, I want 20 years just because you're a sucker. Don't ever kick a man on the ground. You know why? Because when you kick a man on the ground, you're liable to kill him. And that's exactly what happened. Now, I'm not going to get into like the legal aspect because I don't know the law. I'm just basing my feelings on emotion. But the law is not given on emotion. It's given by whatever is written in the law books. Yeah, but whoever kicked that dude, yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go because you're a sucker. Like, you're a sucker. It don't matter what if he evaded arrest. Hey, you signed up for the job. That's what happens sometimes. You know what I mean? But we all choose our own adventure. And Tyree Nichols, I don't know if he was on. I would love. I'm waiting for the toxicology report. I want to know if he was on drugs, because they're saying that he did not have any kind of a police record. But then all of a sudden you just like and you're like, oh, I'm out of here. Like, were you tripping on bath salts? Were you smoking K2? Did you have did they threaten you 2 days before? Like, if we see you, we're gonna kill you. I don't know. Everybody right now is sticking with their with emotion. Other than me saying whoever kicked them needs to get 20 years, that's emotional. Other than that, everything else, I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see what the toxicology. I'm curious if this guy was on drugs. I'm just curious. But moving away from that, well, not moving away. uh, all the way. So they disbanded that section of the Memphis Police Department. So there is no more Scorpion unit. They're done. Now I don't know if they're going to bring it back as a. If they bring it back, it's going to be a totally different name. But like they'll always have a gang unit. It just won't probably. So what they'll probably. I mean, what do you do? Yeah, hey guys, no more Scorpion unit. Okay, so do we just like, are we regular cops now? No, we'll have the club. We just won't call ourselves a Scorpion unit. But you know, we'll have gang intelligence meetings, and you know, we'll talk about problem areas, problem neighborhoods in the community. But we're not the Scorpion unit anymore. We're just, you know, and it's so funny how, you know, whatever the Scorpion unit did, I don't know when they were formed. I want to say what, 2010? And all the arrests they made, all this that they made, all that they've made. So they're disbanded. And it was funny because the news in the local Memphis news station, this is funny. And I have to give this, you know, when you're in the news business, you gotta, you know, you're a news reporter. Oftentimes, if you're a news reporter, you're a young dude, a young woman, and you, like, let's say you get a job as a news reporter in Duluth, Minnesota, and you're like, okay, well, you know, part of your job is like, hey, you need to like go online and find a human interest story or find an interesting story, and you're like, okay, but dude, you're in Duluth. What the hell's happening over there? I don't know. So you're finding, you know, now you have like Memphis reporters who like are on a hot story, so they got to find anything. They're like reaching for anything. So somebody dregs up this guy who was arrested by officers from the Scorpion unit like several years ago, and he's like, yeah, man, yeah, they did this to me, they did that to me, they punched me in the face, and I'm just like, I mean, I don't know. I was just like, I thought that was weird how they, like, was he guilty or was he innocent? He didn't say he was innocent, but I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Just choose your own adventure, guys. If you want to, you know, if you want to go out like it, you know, if you want to go out like in a blaze of glory, go ahead. It's your decision. It's your decision. It's your decision. Make the move. Do whatever it is that you want to do. I say this. Do what you want to do in life. Don't hurt anybody. But also, you know, do whatever it is you want to do. If you want to go on a high-speed chase with police, go do it. If you want to go rob a bank, go do it. If you want to move, you know, here's one. If you want to go work, save up all your money, save $5,000, buy a one-way ticket to Croatia, and stay there as an illegal alien for 6 months, working crappy jobs, learning the language as you go, sleeping in, you know, abandoned buildings. Yeah, go ahead. Go do whatever you want. There is repercussions and things like that for everything that happens, you know. With every action is a reaction. Come on, kids, catch up. Do I like Philly soul music? I mean, what bands have come out of Philadelphia? Isn't that where Harold Melvin's, the Blue Notes, did they come out of Philly? I mean, I love soul music. I mean, James Brown. That's the only guy that I think of when I think of soul music. I mean, Aretha Franklin, is that soul music? Mahalia Jackson, I'm coming home. That's right. Did I get your what? No, I don't think I did. He got 2 kicks to the head. Yeah, no, that was janky. Yeah, no, yeah, 20 years, bam, 20 years. How do you know? Listen, listen, again, you guys will disagree with me. Hey, they punched him in the face while his hands were up. Okay, I'm like, that's wrong, but I'm like, okay, man. Hey, don't do that again. But to kick him on the ground, I'm like, wait a minute, dude. His hands are behind his back and he's on the ground. What? I don't how like it's one thing in the heat of the moment that you punch somebody in the, but to kick him on the ground, oh no, no. You kick a defenseless man with his hands behind his back. I don't care. I mean, unless he killed your wife or your mother, all because he evaded arrest because he didn't want to get arrested. Like, okay, punch him in the face, get your aggression out. I disagree with it, but do whatever it is that you do. To kick him on the ground, dude. First of all, bare minimum, dude, you might knock out a couple of his teeth. And this is how I think. Like, so you're gonna kick out this man's teeth, and he has to walk around life for 3 years with missing teeth. Like, hey man, some of these cops kicked my teeth in? Like, like you gotta think about stuff like that, man. When you kick somebody in the face, I mean, you might fracture. You might mess their nose up where their nose is gonna look like this forever. Kicking somebody in the face, that's different. Like, you punch somebody in the face, whatever. But kicking, that's a lot more force generated with a kick. I don't know. That's all I got to say about that. They have choose your own adventure games now. Well, I'm going to make sure that I download those on Android. Us poor Android folks. Us poor low IQ Android folks. Yeah. So. Unstoppable Morgan, gotta pronounce that G, said many times Memphis is cray. Huh? Well, birds of a feather flock together. Tarrant County Sheriff Department stopped buying new patrol cars in color black. It's too aggressive of a color and might trigger someone. Is that a real Is that a real story? Speaking of which, there is actually a story in Columbus, Ohio. That's actually kind of funny and stupid. The Columbus Police Department unveiled a new, I don't know what to feel about this, a car that was it was decorated. Is that the word? I don't know what the word is. After Martin Luther King. I mean, I know. Listen, is it funny? Very much so, because it's funny because of people's reaction to it. They're like, oh yeah, this is the Martin Luther King Jr. Patrol cop car for the city of Columbus Police Department. And it's funny because you're like, I'm laughing because whoever had the idea, right? They had the best intentions, to honor Martin Luther King. But you already know what people are going to say. You already know what people are going to say, and you thought that was a good idea for 15 seconds. And hey, Fred, check this out. I got a great idea. Hey, let's take one of our cop cars and let's put the face of Martin Luther King Jr. on it, and let's put like Black History Month or whatever they're thinking. And he's like, Sam, that's a great idea. That is a great idea. And then you start like, all right, let's get, car number 707. Make sure there's no dents. Let's get it for a wash. We'll get it wrapped. Oh, wait a minute. This is a stupid idea. Sam, yeah, this is not a good idea. This is not going to go well. You know what, Fred? You're right. Let's put the kibosh on this. That's where it should have gone. But you have people who are so out of tune with the city that they're doing this nonsense, and it's like yeah, it was in the right place, but it's like no, it's just because people are going to turn around and flip it around and say whatever stuff they want to say. So I don't know. The police definitely have their work cut out for them. That's for sure. I'm gonna have to Google that Tarrant County with the black cop car. I don't know. I'm not saying you're lying. I just got to look that story up because that is yeah. Free bird. Free bird. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Appreciate it. Free bird. I actually I like that. I like that song. That's one of the very few songs that when I would go to a bar where they had karaoke that I would never get tired of listening to. I love that song. I want to be a free bird. Excuse me. Yes. My nephew robbed a bank with a note. He got away, but he didn't make it but a few days before he was caught. Oh. I would love to talk to him. I wonder how he got caught. Because if I were to rob a bank, I wouldn't do it if someone forced me to rob a bank and I'm like, okay, I got to get away. Number one, I'm not going to do it at an area where I live at. I'll probably just do it first of all, it's going to be in a major city. And what I would do is if I'm going to rob a bank, all right, I'll pick, for instance, I'm going to try to pick a city that's very congested, that I can kind of blend in, and I don't feel like going into explanation of how I would do it, but I feel I would get away one time. That's it. Don't do it ever again. Get enough money together to go ahead and buy, put a down payment on the first and last month and security of an apartment. Because rent is going so high right now that's what you're going to have to do to get into that nice apartment. You're going to have to rob a bank to move your family into that dang neighborhood because they're charging $1,000 a month for ghetto. It's weird. Yeah. The man had to rob a bank for first, last, and security. It's $3,000. He don't have the $3,000. He doesn't want his kids to go to those crappy schools. Okay, maybe he made some mistakes in his life. He doesn't have the best of job. He can cover the rent. Him and his wife can cover the rent. Maybe their credit's not the best. Yeah, we're going to need first, last, and security. And security is first and last. So you need $3,500 to move your family into a decent apartment complex. And you're like, well, I guess I'll just rob a bank so you can get that apartment. So you can move in, get free cable. Hopefully you don't do that, but I don't know. Hopefully. Tased, pepper sprayed, punched, kicked, and the baton. It was insane. Kale, weren't you the one that didn't you tell me you were rooting? You were watching popcorn, you're like, woohoo! I'm just kidding. That was a bad joke. That was a bad joke. That was not a good joke. No, I just said that because you sent me a couple gore videos that you guys. I gotta, I said that. It's a bad joke, but I said that. Guys, I don't ever want you to get away with this. By the way, you are the one. You sent me a video that I did not watch, but you watched it, of a man getting his testicles eaten off by a dog. Why did you send me that? I still don't understand why you sent me that. I played the video and I see a naked man, and then there's a dog, and the dog's, and I immediately stopped the video, and she's like, "Can you believe he did that? He ate off his testicles." And I said, "You watched that?" And she's like, "Yes, 7 times." Some people like those kinds of videos. I don't know. I don't like those kinds of videos. So it seems to me like she's the one that's rooting for kind of gore, the gore videos. I don't know. Wasn't there another video there? You're like, yeah, I wish I didn't watch that. Oh, a beheading. Yeah, that was terrible. Skill. Anyways, definitely will be deleting the stream afterwards. LOL. She's probably mad at me that I mentioned that. Oh well. What are you gonna do? I don't know. Ah, okay. Is that what that was? A BLM car? We got to say chef. Is in the building. He was iced in for a while, but now he's free as a bird. Free bird. Maybe they should have used the Memphis cop cars to attack that Chinese balloon before. Oh, dude. Dude, the go to the no with the $5 super chat. Well, thank you very much. Go to the no. For sure though. Act like you know though. Yes. Well, they did shoot that Chinese balloon down. So, you know, listen, I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. In case you guys don't know what we're talking about, like, so wasn't there two balloons, two Chinese balloons? There was a Chinese balloon. I mean, you really can't make this stuff up because it's true. No, actually, I'm not. It's very serious. No, you really sent me a video of a man getting his testicles eaten off by a dog. Are you lying? Oh, yeah, guys, I'm just kidding. Anyways, wasn't there two Chinese balloons? There was a balloon by China, and it was taking like pictures of like military installations and I don't know, like missile silos, maybe laboratories where we do experiments. I don't know. Was it releasing like any kind of toxins in the air, or spores, or germs or viruses? I mean, I don't know. I'm just like saying whatever. So this Chinese balloon is just flying around the country for a good amount of time, and then it like the Chinese balloon. Hey, we're all gonna remember this, like, you know, later on. Like, where were you in Chinese balloon 2023? Where were you? Well, I was in Texas, so I don't know where you guys were. But we don't know what the, you know. Listen, guys, I gotta just say, listen, I love China. I wish I can go there one day. China's one of my top 3 destinations to go to. They are not our friend. They are not our friends. No, they are our enemies. I mean, not the people of China necessarily, but the government. And this balloon is doing whatever it's like wants to do, you know, because China is just blatantly, they don't care. And, you know, listen, okay, so the government like sees this balloon and they're like, all right, there's this balloon. Now, we all want to shoot it down right away, right? I'm assuming, you know, we're Americans. We're like, yeah, China sucks. I mean, I love paying like, you know, $2 for a pair of shoes, but come on now. And we're seeing this balloon, and your first thought is to, you know, shoot it down, right? But what, you know, you're like, okay, wait a minute. This balloon is flying over Lincoln, Nebraska. It's, you know, it's a big city. We don't, you know, if it, you know, flies down, it's going to kill 3 people. So, all right, well, let's wait for it to get into a less densely populated area and then shoot it down. But they didn't do that. They like waited for it to like fly over here. They fly over there, and then it went to the ocean, and then they shot it down. And I can't fault them because, you know, I'm like, I don't know if the Chinese were able to steer the balloon where they're like, yeah, we're always over a populated area. You know, there's always gonna be people over it. You know, I don't know if they're doing that, or if the balloon was like in a mountainous region where they're like, all right, you know, we can shoot it down over these mountains, but then, you know, recovery, because we want to get whatever the hell it was that they were doing. We want to figure out what they've seen. But like going into the mountains is going to be very difficult. So they're probably waiting for like some kind of flat land to shoot it down. But then what if they shoot it down and it hits here's the thing. What if they shoot it down and it hits a farm, catches on fire, and a family of 6 dies? You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's, you know, you got to be thinking like, you know, 80, what is it? isn't it like over 85% of our entire land mass in the United States is empty? It's over 85%. You guys go look it up. It's over 85%. You mean to tell me for all the hours it was flying, like you couldn't figure, there was like, you couldn't like say like, okay, it's going like 60 miles an hour and it's flying over this county and then there's like nothing around. So let's just shoot it down now. Like they had to wait until until it like got off the coast of like, I believe South or North Carolina, and then they shot it down. And then then they had to get the recovery efforts, and then they got the Navy, the ships to go recover the balloons so they can see what the hell these Chinese. Let me tell you guys something, and I mean this when I say this right now, and I want you guys to remember, right? I want you to remember that I said this. I want you to remember that I said this. Xi Jinping, I think that's how you pronounce his name, the Chinese president, said in an interview in 2020, he said this. He said, in 5 years, so it would be 2025, we are going to reclaim Taiwan back. That's what he said. And he didn't stutter. I mean, if he did it in Chinese. I don't speak Chinese. Unless I'm angry. That's what he said. He said, we are going to reclaim Taiwan by 2025. So if you have a business, or if you're trying to like buy a property, if you're trying to make some like big money deal in 2024, if I were you, I would wait. Because he said that's it. He said 2025, we're taking Taiwan back. And it is every president of the United States has been very adamant and has said that if China has ever tried to do any kind of nonsense, that is grounds for war. You tell me if China is like, yeah, we want Taiwan back, and the United States is like, that's it. Is it going to be World War III? I don't know. Man, let me tell you, I don't ever want to wake up one day and I see like breaking news and then there's like, 30 Chinese ships off the coast of Taiwan. You guys, let me tell you something. We never in our lives ever want to imagine what would happen. No, not at all. Because first of all, if that were to happen, let's just say China's like, you know what? Yeah, this is China now. So, Taiwan is China, like how Hong Kong is China. So they're a part of China. The government, like whoever wasn't following our orders, we just executed everybody. And so whoever, like whatever mayors of whatever towns are like, oh yeah, Chinese, yeah, I'm China all day long. Yeah, sure. Just don't kill me. And like, okay, fine. All right, so United States, this is our land now. What would you like to respond? How would you like to respond? And then all that, nonsense that we talked, all of that, woo, woo, woo. Now we got to back it up. What are we going to do? Like fire a huge missile into Beijing? I mean, what do you even do? First of all, here's my number one question. If that were to happen, here's my number one question. Why do we care? Like, it's this whole thing with the Ukraine. Listen, I don't want nobody to die. I did not want Russia to invade Ukraine. It was a stupid idea. It was a stupid reason. Excuse me, not an idea. It was a stupid reason how they felt threatened. Okay, maybe I take that back. Maybe it wasn't stupid. Maybe I felt it was a little invalid. Okay, let me correct that. I'll correct what I just said. I believe it was an invalid reason. But they have their reason. Okay. Whatever the case might be. If China were to do that, what are we going to do? Are we going to send like 80 Tomahawk missiles to the Taiwanese to fight them off? No, Taiwan, no. That's not what's going to happen. And I mean, what do we do? I, I'm not looking at a map right now. Okay, let's look at a map right now. Let me just look at a map. Is it 1:42? Wow, that's late. Let's play war games because I have to do it by myself. At least I can do it with you guys right now, right? China, China, China. Okay, China, which is on the other side of Russia, with the Mongolia in the middle. Okay, so who is our allies in this area that we can start an offensive measure into China if we needed to do so? South Korea and Japan. Do you think that South Korea and Japan, these little tiny landmass countries, are going to be like, yeah, come on in, fly your planes? I don't know. Japan would be a very important. Gee, I feel like I'm playing one of those games those games that you like, that you get the ads for when you're watching YouTube videos. I'm going to make Ohio new Ohio. Okay, well, you have Japan, South Korea, um, Russia. I think Russia's going to back up China. Call it a hunch. That is a huge area. Mongolia is like, yeah, they're like, yeah, sure, it's really cold. We don't care. So you got China, Mongolia, and Russia. That is a ginormous piece of land that none of us wants to live at. But still. And then what do you do with India? What is India going to do? I don't know. I think they're going to keep... I think India is going to help us. So we got... But Pakistan. I don't think they're going to help us. India. I think India will be like, yes, we'll help you guys. Okay. Thailand, sure. Thailand will help us. Indonesia is going to stay out of this, right? They're going to stay out of this. The Ukraine. Well, Ukraine, I guess they owe us or whatever. They owe us. So it's going to be China, Mongolia, Russia, and isn't Russia? I mean, excuse me, isn't China like? Don't they have a lot of deals or a lot of stuff or going on with people in Africa? You're going to have a lot of African nations that are going to be quick to not really align with us. I don't know what those nations are off the top of my head. Okay, and then you got Norway, Sweden, and Finland. They're gonna be like, yeah, sure, we got United States. So it's a war that I would see quickly ending, but I think right now, I think what China's doing is they're just they're spreading their influence around the planet, and so me personally, I think that we would win any war with China, but I mean, it's easy for me to say that. I'm not in the armed forces, and lots of young men are gonna die. Notice how I didn't say young women, because I don't know if they're allowed to fight on the battlefield. I'm not really sure yet. So would it be young women? I'm sure yes. Young men and women would die. But worse than a war with China would be, what's worse than a war with China is a trade war. Imagine if China said, you know what, we're not even going to send our products to you guys anymore. Screw you guys. No, you guys can have Taiwan. We're just going to stop trading with you guys. So can you imagine if everything made in China disappeared? That would ruin us for the next 30 years. We don't want that to happen. We definitely do not want that to happen. So I am not a warmonger. I'm not hoping for a war with China. And hopefully nothing like that happens. But, them sending that balloon, that was really stupid. That was really dumb. So, I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, guys, all right, listen. I've said enough for tonight. You guys have a wonderful rest of your late hours, early morning, whatever you're at. I will be live again sometime. I don't know if I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna go live on LAL tomorrow. I don't know. I don't got time. I got stuff to do. With whatever. But yeah, you know, the whole live at the cemetery thing. I don't know. It was cool for a while. I mean, I still enjoy it, but I just feel like I don't know. I don't know. What are you gonna do? I don't know. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Maybe I'll do it at night. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I'm not exactly sure where I'm gonna be at tomorrow. I really don't know. I do know I'm heading down south, so I'll be in I think sometime next week I might be in San Antonio or San Angelo somewhere, or maybe Austin, who knows. Maybe I'll be somewhere in that area. So keep tabs with me. All right, guys, be safe. God bless you all. Thank you for the love and support. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for just coming in and just listening to me rant for an hour and 52 minutes. And listen, MJ with the Aussie 10. Enjoy your weekend, sending my love from Australia. Angel Eyes. Oh, look at you. Angel Eyes. That is so true. They are angelic when you really think about it. They get kind of cross-eyed. I look like an alien right now. Look how chubby my face is. Oh, God. Calgon, take me away. Anyways, no. But thank you very much for the $10 or the 10 Aussie, MJ. I appreciate it. You're embarrassing me. Angel Eyes. Look at this chubby face. I gotta hit the gym. How's the weight loss? How's the weight gain? Is what you should be saying. Well, listen. I have no more excuses now. I mean, before I was like, I'll lose the weight, and then, I don't have my I'll do a video on Monday or whatever. Aquanda Evans, girl, you crazy with the $10 super chat. Thank you very much to you too. I know you're working hard in that frigid tundra of Illinois, making sure nobody steals whatever it is that you're posting up on. I appreciate it. You guys are embarrassing me. You guys are embarrassing me. All right, guys, I gotta go. Have a good night, and I will catch up with you guys on the next live next week. Oh, by the way, before I end it, next week's live, I might have a special guest. So it'll be interesting. So you guys can kind of see what's going on with that. All right, guys, have a good night. Catch up with you all later. Peace out.